you for clicking on it tonight. Welcome to the You Podcast. You pick the content and possibly could discuss it live on the show. Again, I am here with my co-host Philip, and we are talking about the White House soap opera Tango. I mean, you really don't need to watch General Hospital anymore. You can just watch the news and something's gonna pop off. I mean, what do you think about this political climate? Sorry.
Well, this is not a political climate. This is one of the biggest reality shows ever. Ever. I mean, it only could be a reality show. You got friends that say this person was very smart, very bright guy. Now this person is a liar.
That tell-all book, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, we know what they're talking about. Hey, that Trump alibi about he didn't know anything that was going on about that Russia collusion. His boy, what's Steve Bannon? He done told it all.
Let's take it back to the debate. Let's take it way back to the debate where he's like, hey, Russia, could you help me figure out this email situation with Hillary Clinton?
Like FBI wasn't watching that debate.
They weren't. They obviously were not, because they're still investigating and this is not concluded on the collusion.
Well, the FBI was looking at the other crooked candidate. Now, Hillary was the most qualified for the presidency. She was probably more qualified than Barack Obama. But with the collusion, what Trump did, that's treason. According to the Constitution, that's death by fire squad.
Wow, I don't think anybody's gonna pull out the firing squad at this point in
The
2018.
President of the United States do this against his country, he should either be hung by the neck until death or put in front of a firing squad.
This is not the Wild Wild West, man. This is not old school justice. You put him in one of those cool luxury prisons where presidents go when they go to jail, like Martha Stewart, them, like that guy off of Housewives in New Jersey who just
The only reason that I am saying that about this president right here is because what he said about that New York City, what they call the Central Park 5, where he spent $185,000 trying to convict innocent boys that spent 15 years in prison for a crime that they didn't commit. And to this very day, he still have not said that he is sorry for what he done to those cats.
Well, I mean, if we're looking at that, then we can also look at how he's antagonizing other countries. There is a whole country in civil uproar because of a decision he made to move the capital to Jerusalem. So now you have, all of Pakistan that is protesting, the whole country. Then you have, he's
Trump
still pushing for this stupid wall. He's still pushing for this stupid wall like it's going to happen. And Nancy Pelosi got all cocky, but still ain't done nothing. What we're waiting for, I think, is for
this smoke screen. This is what we're waiting on. See, all this right here is pushing for the wall and talking junk to China, and talking this stuff to North Korea.
That's scary.
Oh no, this right here
is nothing but bigger than yours.
This is nothing but a smoke screen to get everybody off this Russia collusion. Okay? Because what this man have done, this is treason to the highest level, at the highest level. At the highest level.
And if your son knew about it and you didn't know about it,
that's highly unlikely.
That's so fishy.
That's highly unlikely. Donald Trump had to write Don Jr.'s speech about what happened at a meeting that he wasn't even at, according to him.
I think he was at least on the speakerphone. We've been to a lot of meetings, and even people who weren't in meetings were at meetings, even when they were in their car, because it was a conference call, and everybody needed to know what was going on. So no matter where they were still reachable for the information to be given to them.
Steve Bannon said that Donald Jr. is retarded to a point. He called him hapless. I think that's the
But
word
didn't
he
he get a
used.
degree
Hapless.
from like one of the best colleges in the world?
Who's that?
Is it like Harvard? Didn't he go to Harvard?
You talking about?
Donald Trump. Didn't he graduate from Harvard?
Man, Donald Trump is a snake oil salesman. That's why the presidency at once upon a time was one of the most prestigious jobs in the world. In the world. But today, nobody wants that crappy job.
I would
Nobody
never,
want it.
I would never want to be president. I would never want to be like the leader of country that could possibly destroy the freaking world. And then to be so arrogant, to be so cocky as to think that you're a king or a ruler.
Man, right now,
This is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. And you don't get to go and point your finger in people's heads and tell them what they better do and how they better get it taken care of before the end of the week. That is not presidential. That is a bully.
well, the stuff that fly out of his mouth is not presidential. The stuff that he do is not presidential. Him hanging out at his Mar-a-Lago real estate properties, he's been there over 150 times already, and all he did when Obama went on a trip was complain about Obama playing golf, and that's all he do is hang out on his golf courses.
Well, according to what I've seen and what I've read, he's there and he feels good around those Mar-a-Lago rich people, and they make him feel better about his legislation, and they listen to his commands, and he's at peace there. It's his zen spot because everybody knows their role. Everybody knows how to stay woke over at Mar-a-Lago.
And man, yep, and that the only piece of legislation that he has got through is that retarded, ridiculous tax bill. The reason I say retarded and ridiculous, if I was on the other end of the spectrum, was I was in the top 1%, this bill would be fantastic. This would be taken from the poor and given to the rich, a reverse Robin Hood. Because this tax bill is going to make the rich already rich. They control 95% of the income, of the cash, the revenue that flow through this country. The top 1% controls that.
Okay, so with that, we have a new nickname for the man who sits in the White House. He's the rich man's Robin Hood. And I think that's what I'm going to call him from now on. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to know what you think about this White House soap opera, about this whole tango that's going on where it's being run like a corporation instead of a company. Let me know.
Soap opera, like a movie.
Let me know. Hit me up on the website, ignitetheu.com, and ignite the conversation with me.
One other thing, Steve Bannon said, this is some bad shit.